WWE's Hell in a Cell is this Sunday. And you know this. Hell in a Cell is one of probably your favourite events because it's the one time a year we see the Hell in a Cell match. I think this year's could be very fun indeed. But let's celebrate for a moment because this is the final pay-per-view before fans return to WWE. I am so excited that Money in the Bank next month will have a live audience. I can't wait for live fans to be back. But that raises the question, why do Hell in a Cell now? We all know Hell in a Cell is usually October. Why bring it forward all the way till June if you haven't got some kind of wacky plan that you can't do in front of fans? But that's enough of the rambling. Let's get on with the show predictions. And we start off with the Smackdown Women's Championship on the line as Bianca Belair goes one-on-one with Bayley. Do you know what? I really think Bayley right now is doing the best work of her entire career. And I wouldn't be shocked if they gave the belt to Bayley. But I just don't see it. I really don't. I think WWE know that fans love Bianca Belair. And especially going into the next era with fans coming back, I think they're going to want Bianca. So I'm going to pick Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Obviously on Raw, we saw their little brawl that ended up with Charlotte Flair having a bloody nose. Definitely cool thing to see. I think Rhea Ripley is going to win this match. I think Rhea Ripley will be the champion to welcome fans back. I don't think she'll hold the belt long once fans come back, but I think she's going to be the champion after Hell in a Cell, at least. Now we go into the match that was announced again on Raw. It is Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. I wish this was a Hell in a Cell match. I don't think it is anyway. It's not booked to be one. I have no idea what's going to happen here. There's so many possibilities. Is Shayna Baszler possessed by the Lily Doll? Was she in timeout on Monday just like the Lily Doll was? I have no idea. Are we going to get an even more extreme, dark version of Alexa Bliss as to what we saw on Monday Night Raw? There was a reason they gave us that as a taster. What's going to happen on the pay-per-view? There's so many questions to be answered. And I think probably this kind of match will leave us with more questions than answers at the end of it. And that's always cool. It's definitely something we'll be covering on videos on this channel. So if you're not already, make sure you are subscribed. I'm definitely going to go with Alexa Bliss though. Bobby Lashley defends the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. Do you know what? This match is one I feel like we've spoken about a hell of a lot on the channel because they've done it a hell of a lot. But this will end the feud. If Lashley wins, Drew McIntyre does not get another shot at the championship as long as Lashley is the champion. Now, genuinely, that means Lashley's winning. 100%. It's got to. It's got to mean Lashley's winning. This is also a Hell in a Cell match. So it does feel like the end of a big feud in a way. So props to WWE, because although it feels like we've got rematch after rematch, at least this time it's going to be different with the Cell being involved as well. I think if it was Drew never got another shot at the championship, he would win. The fact it's just as Lashley is champ, definitely for me indicates Lashley is walking out with the WWE title. SmackDown's main event will be Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio in a Hell in a Cell match. This one, OMG, I cannot wait. Roman Reigns, he's gonna murder Rey Mysterio. There's no nice way to put it. He's going to murder Rey Mysterio in Hell in a Cell. In fact, I think he might even murder Rey Mysterio's son, Dominic. Because if you remember the powerbomb Roman did to Dominic out of the ring on SmackDown, I wonder if that was a little sort of hint, an indication of maybe him being thrown off the Cell. Kind of thing about the way he flew and stuff. I think that's going to happen. But I think, we're going to see Roman Reigns commit multiple murders this Sunday and still be Universal Champion. There's no way they're taking that championship from Roman Reigns anytime soon. Believe it or not, that's all the advertised matches for Hell in a Cell. 5 matches currently announced. I do think we'll get more. I think one that will be added is Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Cesaro obviously returning this week on Smackdown, and I don't see them leaving this off the card at all. I think Seth will lose. I think Cesaro will win this match and overcome Seth Rollins and all that stuff. And I think that's fine. But there's no way they're not doing this on pay-per-view after bringing Cesaro back 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. I think we're going to get this announced on Friday for sure. With Cesaro winning as well, I think that would be a way to maybe put him into the IC title picture. Maybe we get the announcement of the women's tag team titles being involved in the show in some way. Kickoff show maybe, I don't know. But obviously what we saw on the start, or during Raw, was the start of this feud between Natalya and Tamina and Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose. Mainly because they are the only 2 tag teams that WWE has now, unless you count Eva Marie and Piper Niven. But yeah, I think maybe they add this. Again, you can do this on SmackDown. Tamina and Natalya are SmackDown superstars, so it's definitely something that could play out on SmackDown on Friday. And I think the setup was maybe on Raw. And I think they want to do it because they're so desperate at the moment to prove they have a women's tag division, which they definitely don't have. Maybe Omos and AJ Styles defend the Raw tag team titles against the Viking Raiders. I was actually quite surprised this hasn't been announced. It's not advertised on WWE.com, but of course these teams were involved in the closing moments of the go-home show of Raw. So I'd be very surprised if they don't include it somewhere on their Hell in a Cell card. And if they do, I don't think we're getting new tag champs. AJ and Omos for the win. An out there possible match is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. I actually think they'll just play this out on SmackDown. But I think Kevin Owens was probably meant to be part of this pay-per-view versus Aleister Black. So if they want to keep him part of this show, maybe Sami Zayn, his current feud, is the right way to go about it. If that's the case, I actually think Kevin Owens will beat Sami Zayn, continue Sami Zayn's conspiracy thing that's going on with him. I think it's okay to do this on the pay-per-view, but I just got a feeling they're just going to put it on SmackDown because they kind of scrapped that whole story. But there you go, that's all the matches I think we're going to get. I mean, WWE, if you want to surprise us with a Bray Wyatt or Liv Morgan match, be my guest. I'll be more than happy with that. But obviously, I don't think that's likely. I think it's definitely fun, though, to watch Hell in a Cell matches. So it's definitely a pay-per-view to check out if you're sort of unsure. It's one of those things that you do only see once a year, nonetheless. So have fun. Enjoy Hell in a Cell. As I said, there will be videos up on the channel. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you don't miss an upload and you can hit the video early. And I appreciate you doing that. Guys, follow me on Twitter as well, at CWrestlingUK, Instagram too, but you guys know I don't use Instagram too much. Follow me on Twitter, okay? Make sure you like this video, enjoy Sunday, and I'll see you as always next time. Peace!